Hello, here we are. Well, I'm going to do another painting this morning. So I've got the A4 size, which I've been working on the last month or so. It's been my inspiration, this nice little size of canvas to work on. I'm also inspired at the moment either going abstract, or I've been painting a lot of wintry skies and trees. This morning I don't have a plan, so I'm either going to go for a tree or an abstract. So sometimes with my art process I might not have a plan that I know of before, and that's the case now. But I'm feeling I want to play with some colour, and I'm going to do an abstract painting. I've had a thought about the colours I want to use. I have a magenta, so like a bright pink, a yellow and a black, and possibly an Indian red. I'll put my paints out into my palette. This is the palette I've been using for my trees, but I'm not too fussy about mixing things up. Now, if you don't wipe around the lids of the tube of paint around here, they stick, so it's better to kind of give them a bit of a clean. So here's the magenta, yellow and Indian red and black. I already have some black there. Interesting, I don't even like the way the palette's looking. Here we go. So the other day I did some paintings with squares, so I'm going to keep working on that idea. Indian red, little squares. I'm not using any mediums. Again, I like the thickness of the paint here, and I like to cover up the canvas background. It's dark, this colour in the video here, but it's try to show you. It's kind of a pink. Darkish, well, not really a pink actually. Horizontal lines, vertical lines, horizontal lines, vertical lines. The thing I like about abstract is a person can decide what they get out of the painting, or feel what they can get out of the artwork. It's not depicting the scene. If it depicts a scene, it's a lot of it, the story's already told for you. Same with clothing. If you wear something with a logo on it, or I don't know, a t-shirt with an animal on it, it depicts something rather than just having a plain coloured piece of clothing. I feel that's the same with artwork. Halfway. I'm contemplating if I actually work with a different colour down below. Just looking to make sure I've covered up all the little white backgrounds of the canvas behind. I'm pretty much covered up. So yeah, I will start below here with Indian red. And I've used my paint brushes from my tree painting and I haven't cleaned it. I tend to work like that. I don't work all I don't need to wash everything before I start something new. I just add more paint on my brush to cover up what was there before. This brush was used to paint the greens of the trees that I worked on. Again, horizontal, vertical lines. I like the texture of the paint. And I'm working my way down. Now here, it's a bit uneven, as in, so I'm going to make these a little bit longer so I don't have such a gap below. I do like a bit of uniformity. I'm working out these little pieces and I'm feeling when I'm actually liking these squares, and I'll be doing a really big work in the same style. It's so luxurious, this oil paints. Okay, so I'm just covering up any little bits of white. I'll go back to my magenta, cover up some little bits, make some bits a bit thicker. I don't really want to see much of the canvas behind. I want to cover up some little overlaps. I really like this. So I've learned over time, when I like something, to think about leaving it. Sometimes I don't need to cover it up with more layers. Sometimes I do, and the painting turns into, of course, something different. So I did have the yellow ready and the black, but I'll just see if I will add these. I actually quite like these, just these plain tones. Two colours, not too much going on. Just more refining here. I look at each square, decide what, sometimes these tips, I don't know if you can see on the video, when you paint like this you get some points on the paint. I don't necessarily like a real peak point, unless it was a really enormous one, because it creates a shadow from the textures. In regards to signing, well, if I sign it, I'm going to depict if this is going to be a vertical painting or a horizontal painting. So in this case, I'll sign the back because it gives us more options and a bit of freedom. The only thing, they will take time to dry, but that's part of the patience of it all. I've been setting these up on little cards and putting them on some high beams in my studio, which gets a bit of warmth there from, yeah, there's warmer air at the top of the studio, and that helps dry them a little bit quicker, still slowly but quicker. there we go. Just fixing up a few of those peaks I was talking about before. Sometimes you don't see them straight away, even though you look for them. And some I don't mind. Some I don't want, some I don't mind.